All right. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Ross Brezivar. I am the owner of Aruba ROI Marketing. And if you have never been here before, this is our weekly coffee break where we take our coffee break time to spend about 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most to just talk about something that might be important for your business, your company, or where you work. This could deal with technology, it could deal with digital marketing or any type of marketing at all. Or different types of communication. So we try to keep up on what's going on and certain things that we do that we think are important to share. So today we're going to talk a little bit about more non-traditional, or let's just put it this way, not traditional for us because we do a lot of digital marketing, but we also do some offline marketing and why it's important not to leave it behind, right? So the power of offline marketing, what are some of the traditional methods that maybe some of us have switched away from and not gone back to. And it's still very important for us to continue to do all types of marketing, including offline, things that are not digital. Of course, if you leave it to me, I'll find a way to make it somewhat digital. But today we're going to talk about some of the things that we think are important for you to know. So I'm going to add to my screen now the presentation. All right, and a little bit about us. If you have never seen us before, our company here on the island started February 1, 2000. So obviously we're a little over 23 years old. We incorporated to Aruba ROI Marketing in 2015. We have an amazing team. We've been around together for quite some years and quite a diverse group, and we love to learn. So we're always constantly looking at ways to become better and more efficient, not only for ourselves, but mainly for you as a client. And if you're not a client, well, just obviously we hope that you can learn a little something from us today. So here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about why offline marketing still matters and a couple of ways to, a couple of reasons why that is, and then how to effectively implement some offline marketing techniques such that we're doing ourselves. So in today's digital age, it is easy to get swept up in the world of online marketing, which is something that we promote ongoing all the time, right? So sometimes we leave that offline or traditional marketing methods by the wayside. However, for local businesses, offline marketing strategies such as networking events, local newspapers, direct mail, and even event sponsorship can be incredibly effective. So today we're going to explore why offline marketing is still relevant and how you can utilize it to grow your business. All right, so why offline marketing? Okay, so despite the rapid rise of digital marketing, which is all around us 24/7, offline marketing remains a very powerful tool, particularly for local businesses. And here are some reasons why we think that. One, targeted reach. So traditional marketing methods often target a specific geographical area, making them excellent for reaching your local audiences, right? So if you're doing something within your neighborhood, within your city, within your town, obviously you're impacting those that are probably going to be your most likely prospective clients. Of course, personal touch. Offline marketing can feel more personal than digital, right? A face-to-face conversation, a shaking of the hand, a physical piece of mail that they can receive can also create a very lasting impression because at least nowadays it is a little bit more non-traditional because people are not doing it as often. Of course, brand visibility. It is said that you need to have your brand seen 7 times or more. Well, direct mail, those types of things can be also ways people can see you, right? So offline marketing methods like sponsoring a local event where they see your banner up or your logo somewhere, or advertising in a local newspaper, being on the radio. Those are all ways to increase your business's visibility in the community. And therefore, as they see or continue to see, even online, your brand, they'll recognize it when they see it offline. Trust building, of course. Given the prevalence of online scams and data breaches and all the things we have to deal with around security and digital, some consumers still trust traditional marketing methods more than they do digital, right? So as that increases or changes, that it's good to fill in the gaps to provide additional ways for people to build that trust with you. All right, so let's talk about how to effectively implement offline marketing strategies. So implementing offline marketing requires a very strategic approach. So here's a step-by-step guide we're going to talk through today. One of those is identify your audience. And to be honest with you, this is something we talked about several weeks ago with regards to digital marketing, right? It's still very important to understand who your customers are and where you can reach them, right? Are they likely to read a local newspaper or maybe attend a community event that you could be participating in? Using this information to guide your strategy is incredibly important. So it's the same as online. Where do they hang out? Is your audience on Instagram? Well, then you need to be there. are they more likely to read the local newspaper? Then maybe you should be there as well. So definitely a very important part of your marketing strategy overall. Leveraging local media. So advertising in those local newspapers or being on the radio station, even if it's to be interviewed about a certain event, they get to know who you are and what you do. And it can be a very effective way to reach a very large local audience and maybe people that would not necessarily traditionally look for you, right? Even consider writing press releases or articles just to gain some free publicity, getting to know not only your brand, but who you are individually. Utilizing direct mail. So while often seen as outdated, direct mail can be highly targeted and personal. Sending out flyers, postcards, or even special offers to a targeted mail list can be very effective. Now, I know in certain parts of the world, like the United States, this still continues. You still get the value packs, a bunch of coupons and such. Here in Aruba, we don't see that as often as an example. So maybe to stand out, maybe it's worth looking into. Networking. Well, this is something that should be always, whenever you're out and about, attending these local network events. Could be the Chamber of Commerce, it could be your trade and industry associations, or just by joining them, which is what we did a couple of years back, just to be seen and heard when these events go on that are put on by the Chamber and these types of organizations. This can help you build relationships with other business owners and, of course, potential customers, people that then now get to see who you are and what you do, and you get a chance to talk to them face to face, as we mentioned earlier. Sponsoring, of course, local events can increase your visibility and, of course, your reputation within the community, especially depending on what it is that you're sponsoring. So choose events that really align with your business and your target audience, but also as well as your own values, right? You don't want to just put money somewhere that maybe you don't believe it in. It's more likely that you would want to attend an event and actually be a part of it. And as a sponsor, obviously, that is a much better way to get your brand out there. All right, measuring your success. So as with any marketing method, doesn't matter if it's digital or offline, it's very important to track the success of your offline marketing efforts. So using methods like coupon codes or customer service to understand where your customers are coming from is very important because it allows you something that you can track, right? If you just have something put in the newspaper, come by and we give you 10% off and they show up, you don't necessarily know that they got it from that. Maybe they bring the coupon in or they have to use a code that they would then use you could track in your point of sale system. So in conclusion, while digital marketing does have a lot of strengths, and that's something we will always talk about, don't underestimate the power of offline marketing, which can help your local business be seen and be heard. A balanced marketing strategy that integrates both online and offline methods can help you reach a much wider audience. It creates a much stronger local presence and ultimately drives business growth and success for you and your company. So if by chance you would like to learn more either about digital marketing or some of the communication tools we have, and more importantly, what we just talked about today, some of the offline methods, please give us a call. We'd love to sit and chat, figure out where you are today, where you'd like to be, and then what we can do to help you bridge that gap. So have a great day, and we will not see you next week. It'll be 2 weeks from now before we have our next Facebook Live. So please make sure to attend, and we'll see you then.